Hey Stu, how are you? Howdy, how are you? I'm also tired, as always. Instead of napping for the 20 to 30 minutes, as I usually do, I was at the haunted,
Come on, let's go kill this rot worm.
That's the spirit? Right. Ready your weapon.
haunted farm thing? No, haunted racetrack thing that Jen works at. It was fun, although it didn't actually scare me.
Those beasts deserve no mercy. See, that's what being a hunter is all about. The thrill of the hunt, the buzz of the kill.
So it's split into 3 parts. Killed the worm.
I've killed that worm. You don't need to worry about it.
One less worm is no bad thing. Here, have 30 gold for your trouble. Hey, if you're going to the camp, can you take this raw meat with you? They always need food there. Just give it to Rachel, the cook. I'm gonna stay here, see if I can spot my next challenge.
Let's trade.
So it was split into 3 parts. The first part was luminescent paints, so it shined brighter and under black light kind of paint. And 3D glasses, which don't really work for me. I was curious when the internet dies midstream. Agreed. But it was cool. It was like an alien concept, and it loads of interesting things to see in there. It was pass through, don't really stop and look at anything kind of thing throughout, but whatever. Yeah, 3D like the glass you get from in the cinema, except they were made from like paper. So more like the ones you got in the 80s, but not quite that
Waif and
bad.
stray looking for pity? Or fortune hunter looking for gold? Looks like I've got another mouth to feed.
Are you the cook?
Amongst other things, you have to be adaptable in these times. One day you've a sword in your hand, the next, a ladle. And the cooking relaxes me, if you call stirring wild boar and bruggelweed cooking. Sorry, forgotten my manners. I'm Rachel. Here, new mouth, take this meat, freshly cooked.
I need to talk to the Don.
Join the queue. I'm thinking of joining it myself. You can talk to me. When Esteban's busy, and he's always busy, I'm in charge.
Then there was, did they have TV standing around? No. The luminescent paints, when paired with the 3D glasses, made it pop more. Or at least that is how I assume it's supposed to work. Like I said, 3D glasses don't really work for me at all. I watched, attempted to watch, I should say, one of the Star Wars films in 3D at a friend's house. They had the glasses, blah, 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 blah. We quit watching about halfway through because I had a massive fucking migraine, and I was like, all I see is squiggly lines on the fucking screen. I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about 3D. My brain just does not compute. Anyway. The second one was Night Terrors, which is where Jen works as admissions. And you walk in, and it reminds you of a grandmother's house. Quilt in the corner, old-timey shit everywhere, lights turned on and off, on and off, on and off. They went off completely. You're sitting in the dark. They came on again, and suddenly there's a spirit in front of you, leading you through the rest of the place. It was really cool design. Did not scare me, but cool design. And then there was the Darklands, which you get on a bus. It drives like a freaking maniac, and then drops you off 3/4 of a mile away from the exit. Again, cool concept. Majority of my night, though, was just standing in line, which is fine. But we went inside this church building. I think they built it just for the haunt, but you walk into a church and there's a witch. And then you walk. She does a spiel and then you walk out. You're literally in a wooded area, walking along a path. And there's this actress along the path that was like, "Will you be my friend? Will you be my friend? Will you be my friend?" I'm like, "Sure." I was the only one that was like, "Sure." She goes, "Oh, goody. What's your name?" I'm like, "Aaron." "I don't like that name." I'm gonna call you Greg 86, she says. She's like, you are the 86 Greg, the other 85 were my friends, and they disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. If you see them, please let them know that they need to come back immediately because they are my friends. I'm like, okay then. We were in a group of 6 with this last one. And so it was myself, 2 of my friends, and then 3 random strangers, whatever. We were all walking through this. Then we had a cornfield that we were walking through, and I was just saying hi to everybody. Like, literally everybody. And I had a dragon cloak on. Gorgeous looking way. And while we were standing in line for the second attraction, we were walking towards the second attraction, the Night Terrors, and this evil rabbit looking character studies me for a bit and says, "You're a dark wizard." And I'm like, yes, I will take it. Because I just don't care. But, hang on. So, yeah. I'm just like, I will take it, love it, kind of thing. And he remembered me later on when we got on the bus. We're waiting in line for the bus. And he greeted me as the Dark Wizard again. This time without hesitation. I just gave him a bow, like, you know. I was having fun with it. I didn't give a shit. But we start going through we got through the corn maze later on. This is the clip, by the way. As I said, gorgeous. It's so pretty. And we get to the point where we're going into like a funhouse maze kind of thing. And this clown appears, and he's a fucking dick. Yes, Greg the Dark Wizard. Greg 86 the Dark Wizard. But he's like, what is that, cape? Are you supposed to be a superhero or something? I'm like, no, Evil Bunny called me Dark Wizard. And he's like, Evil Bunny, you're a dork. I'm like, oh, well, thank you for noticing. Like, seriously.
But can you get me in to see him?
No. Look, he needs time alone to think. I'm always having to turn people away, even his good friends. Why would I make an exception for a newcomer?
But very few people had any kind of Halloween anything on, except for the costumed actors. obviously I wasn't going to wear a mask because I didn't want to be mistaken as one of the actors, but so I threw on this cloak and so after he's insulted me, I start to go through and he turns to me and says, "What, you're just gonna go through?" I'm like, "Well," I pause, like, am I not supposed to? He shrugs and he's like, "Okay, well, go ahead. Just gonna leave your friends behind." Well, yeah, there's a sacrifice. Bye. I literally just started walking through. By that point, I was just done with this guy. Like, fuck you. Yeah, I might have ruined your whole spiel, but you know. If you're going to be a dick, I'm not really wanting to play along with you. The entire fucking time I've been at this entire thing, I'm greeting people. I'm smiling. I'm dancing and singing and whatever else. I'm having a gay old time. I don't give a shit. I'm not scared at all. I feel like I'm a member of the fucking Addams family and this is just home. But it was fun to me to do this shit. I saw multiple people in the corn maze, and I was like, "Hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night," kind of thing. Probably unnerved some of them because what the fuck is he wrong with this guy? He's not scared of us. He's literally greeting us like we're old friends. What the fuck? But I just did not care. Then we get to this dick, and I'm like, whatever, I'm gone. My two friends follow after me without listening to his spiel. Because they're just like, okay, bye. We go through this, though, and one of my friends was terrified that they were going to break out chainsaws. And bang! Fresh meat! I'm like, cool, eat me! And this guy says, no, you're too ugly! And his comment wasn't nearly as insulting as the "you're a dork" comment. I mean, seriously, I mean, you ask me what I'm supposed to be, I give you a valid explanation, and you're just like, you're a dork. Okay. Thank you for noticing. If that was supposed to be biting, oh my god. But no, this you're too ugly statement just made me laugh. Like, okay. Then give me makeup. No, Americans hate beauty. And then we get to the end of the like wooden separator between us and these two actors, and one of them comes out with a chainsaw after my friends had already passed them. And I stop and I just like, really? Chainsaw? Really? He boots the thing up and he's like, well, go on. Fine. I wound up running part of the way just because I wanted to catch up with my friends. But my other two friends were literally running through that shit too. One was because terrified of the chainsaw. No, it did not have a blade, but it just something about chainsaws set them off. And the other one was running so they wouldn't be run over by the first friend. Like, when we were standing in line to actually enter into the thing, because it started at 7:30, um, over the loudspeakers. They were like, there are restrooms behind the concessions. In the event of an emergency, there's also bushes that you can use. We are not able to get you toilet paper, however, so if you go number 2, you'll have to use leaves like a normal person. It's like, wow. And then they were advertising underwear that you could buy. Better get a 2-pack. So I was teasing my friend throughout because they know they're a bit more of a scaredy cat than most of us are. But I'm like, yeah, I gotta pee. Where's one of these miracle bushes they keep talking about? And I was like, did you remember your brown pants? It was a good time. It was a good time. And when we got to Jen's night terror, she kept yelling out, "Welcome to night terrors!" And I'm like, you know, when we get closer, I'm gonna howl. And we did. We all howled after she said night terrors. And she's like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh! It's gonna be a fun night, people." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. You have no idea." And we got to the thing. She's like, "Hi, husband. This is not the hubby you're looking for." With my hood up and everything. I don't trust the Inquisition. I want to join Don
I don't
Esteban's
trust the
gang.
Inquisition. I want to join Don Esteban's gang.
Another person without a home. I don't even recognize you from Harbour Town. Are you sure you're not with the Inquisition, you know? If you want to stay, then you'd better make yourself useful. Everyone needs to pull their weight here, and no one gets to see Esteban unless they have something valuable or important for him.
How are things around here?
Perfect. I don't know why we didn't move out of the town into the swamp earlier. The Inquisition are sucking the life out of the town, but this swamp is sucking the life out of us. We used to be close, all of us. Everyone made their share, worked for their share. Now it's falling apart. And with Esteban and that damn temple, I'm the one trying to hold it together.
Can I help?
And why would you want to do that? What do you want, you know? Lazy cutthroats, idle thieves, and mosquitoes. Why do you want in on this?
Why do you think things are falling apart here?
It's those ruins. They've got everyone's mind on treasure, even my Esteban. The whole place is being dug up, although I'm certain that not everything that's being found is being delivered to the camp. Esteban makes sure that all the workers get a share of the gold. He's very fair like that. But someone is looking to line their own pockets.
Who do you think it is lining their own pockets? And what would happen to them if you knew who it was?
He'd be dead. Esteban's not a forgiving man.
So it seems. You think the Don is losing control?
He's a complicated man. The Inquisition's takeover of Harbour Town shook him up badly. All we've got is this place, and it's fragile, especially at the moment. I really don't need someone stirring up trouble.
You sound like you need help. What if I help out?
You do that. But, well, if you really want to stick your hand in this beehive, you're welcome to. We can certainly use the help. Everything seems to have ground to a halt. Go to the camp lieutenants and see what sort of problems they're having. That should help you get a picture of what's happening here. Maybe we can root out the source of this rot before it reaches Esteban.
About your camp. I was told you're short of food. You need more meat?
Finally, someone who wants to do some work. Yes, I need 10 haunches of raw meat. You bring me the meat, and I'll put a little gold your way.
I never say no to gold. So who are the lieutenants here?
If you can't find that out yourself, how are you going to help me? Just go and talk to everyone. You'll find them. You'll soon see who's in charge and who thinks they are.
And haunches raw meat. I've only got 7. Okay. Let's see, Rachel.
Hey,
Hello, Beppo.
you bet be from Hawkins. I need those crates moving.
Just arrived here in
Just arrived.
Alternate.
I'm not from anyone.
Lazy more like. Bet you never done a decent day's work in your life.
What crates?
The ones full of artifacts? What else are we moving? Damn Hawkins. His workers should have delivered them by now. I knew it was too much responsibility for the old coot.
And who is this Hawkins?
A pain in the backside. So-called leader of the workers. Couldn't lead a duck to water if you ask me.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of talking. She would just tell you it'd save some time. Yep.
You're in charge of moving boxes, right?
They're not just any old boxes. They're full of artifacts from the excavation sites. They get dug up, they come to me, and then they go to the Don.
Oh, so you're not even moving boxes for yourself then?
When you get an important role here, then you can make jokes. Until then, shut your bleeding mouth.
Let's talk sensibly. I can help you get your crates.
Think you can? All right. We'll get going and get 'em moving.
No sense in asking if you know the magic word.
What magic word? Here, you're not with that Inquisition lot, are you? Look, I'll have no magical nonsense around here.
Where are these crates you want moved?
At the excavation site, but they should be here. I swear, those workers are being slack just to wind me up.
I know where the site is.
Stop where you are. You ain't going another step closer to the Don.
Okay, I'll stop going that way. I really need to know where I'm going though.
Could it be dangerous to us? No more peace.
Yeah, he's a dick. Alright, Banks.
Could it be dangerous to us? No more peace.
Benjamin Clay.
You look tired.
And you look ugly. Piss off.
What are you doing here?
I'm admiring the view. Great view. That's why we get all these tourists.
Ha! That and the friendly locals.
have to do that later. And record. Ugh. Okay.
Nice warm fire, this. Nice and safe.
Brogar sends you to get on my nerves.
I'm just making conversation.
And I'm just telling you to piss off.
You look relaxed.
The busy mosquito is swatted at dawn. The happy snail does nothing but yawn. We're in a swamp. What's there to make an effort for?
The Don just lets you relax.
Never see him. Beppo's always chasing us to hump crates round. All that effort for what? A pile of old crap. Hawkins is my boss, and if Hawkins doesn't care, Beppo can go screw himself. And Hawkins doesn't care about anything.
Right.
Once this was all green fields. Brown fields.
No, come on, come on, come on, the gun. Yeah.
Hey,
Lost, are you? Don't you worry about it. I'll take care of you.
who are you?
Craig. And if you want a fortune in gold, I'm your man.
Come on, we can have a spell out time.
Your job is to distribute
My
wealth.
way.
Exactly.
Come
I
on,
arrange
must
little
I
wages. You give me your gold, and you could double it.
What odds do you offer?
Ah, you're interested. Listen up. I'll explain. You
No,
give
no,
me a sum in
come
gold.
on, no, come on,
If
dog.
you win, I'll pay you back double.
And if I lose?
There are no losers, only future repeat gamblers. I'll just keep your gold warm until you want to try and win it back.
And can I be sure you'll pay out if I win?
Oh, you of little faith. I'm hurt. If I wasn't honest, do you think I'd last 2 minutes around here?
How do I place a bet?
Oh, nothing easier. We bet on anything here. Who'll be the next worker to get eaten by a swamp creature? The next winner in the arena? Anything. You can even bet on yourself. If you want to go into the arena.
Have you come across a piece of a sword blade?
The one Oscar's trying to piece together. He wants to make a sword for the Don, I believe.
And?
And I might have a piece of it. Oscar tried to buy it from me, in fact. But he wasn't offering enough, so I thought I'd hang on to it.
Will you sell me your piece of the sword?
It'd have to be for, no less than 100 gold.
My way, come on,
That's a deal.
What, really? Fine. Well, here it is.
People fight for gold.
Hey.
Sounds so surprised. People have fought for gold since time began. There's a small arena over in the west. Guess where it happens? I bet you're worth a gamble. Something face.
What was that? Keep your paws to yourself. Did I look like I wanted to talk to you?
Whoa there. Someone shoot your dog?
Stupid and mouthy don't wash well round here, especially not from workers.
So you're in charge here?
Nah, they just like me to stand around looking pretty. I'm in charge of the fighters. They're the ones that beat the shit out of lazy workers. Now enough questions. I'm hungry. Bring me a haunch of fried meat from Rachel, the cook up by the smithy. Bit snooty, but a looker. The Don's a lucky man. Of course, with him in that temple all the time, she might need a bit of company.
Gold doesn't sound like that.
Hello? Hello?
Brogar wants a haunch of fried meat.
And he sent you to get it for him? Lazy devil. Well, I've already given you some meat, so you can sort Brogar out yourself.
How are we going to eat? All the farmers are in the town, no hunters are going out. Maybe luck's still not looking nice. Things will never change. Don wants this, the Inquisitor wants that. What about what we want? I don't know what happened to this though. How many? 10, 20, or more? We all have to deal with this. Last ship landed here months ago.
No joke.
Tell anybody. I don't care what the law says. Down will be safe for a while. Nothing actually gets swapped out overnight.
Alright, where the fuck did Brogar go?
Now who can
I'm
teach me
watching
to pick
you.
locks?
I don't like faces I don't know well. And your face is too pretty. Slap some makeup on you and you could work the brothels.
You know I'm new here then.
Shiny skin, gormless expression. You're not the first. It's the heap of gold in the temple. It sucks in idiots like flies to shit. But there's no one round here that wants to split their share of the Don's gold any further.
You're a fighter, right?
I took the advice my teacher gave me. Find something you like and make it your job.
What's the Don going to do with the gold? Invest in swampland?
We might be stuck here now, but we're not going to be here forever. Once those religious nutcases are gone, Harbour Town will be ours. Then you'll see.
What are the Inquisition doing in the town?
Pretty face. Shame you're thick as pig shit with it. They only need the town to give them a supply route. The real work happens in the monastery. Fuck knows what they do up there.
We're on after 30 minutes. Past, I thought you fell asleep. No. I would have sent you that word saying, hey, I will be late, but I wasn't expecting to be gone that long.
Instead, I get washed up in this place. Where did the Don get all his gold?
See that temple? We took it. And guess what? It was full of gold and artifacts and stuff. Now it's full of guards, an ogre, and surrounded by us. There are temples all over the island. Why don't you bugger off and find your own?
You just walk in and take the gold from the temple ruins.
Yeah, it's that simple. Go on, try it. Then you'll see the beasts that come charging out of those ruins. You have to deal with them before you get to the shiny stuff.
So you've cleared all those creatures out of the ruins?
Keen to see them, are you? All right. We'll go to a temple ruin nearby. You help me deal with the creatures there, then you can get your share of the gold.
What's the catch?
There's no catch. We clear the place and split the rewards.
How do we split the gold?
50-50.
You've got a deal.
Good. Follow me.
And I'm pretty sure this leads to a fight between me and him. He tries to rob me or some shit. Come on, come on, oh no, come on, come on,
Now, no one can see us here, so let's have ourselves a little chat. What about? I've met people like you, troublemakers.
Let's get this over with.
Draw your weapon.
See? I knew you were trouble. Time to fight!
God fucking damn it.
What have you got, eh? No.
Come on, come on.
Learn that lesson well. What have you got, eh?
Fucker.
I'll have this.
I'll just fucker. You know.
No. Learn that lesson well. What have you got, eh?
Piece of fucking shit. Yeah, except he takes my fucking shit when I lose. I'm fucking reloading. Fuck that noise. And I have shortcuts for fucking potions and shit, but doesn't tell me how the hell to equip the goddamn things. Fucking. Oh, how damn it. Secondary action, primary action.
This way. Now, no one can see us here.
Blah, blah,
So let's have
blah.
ourselves a little chat.
What about?
I've met people like you. Troublemakers.
Let's get this over. Draw your weapon.
See? I knew you were trouble. Time to fight! Yeah! Yeah!
Fucker. And that's one less fighter. Ha, bitch. Reefer. Yeah, taught him a permanent lesson. He's dead.
do you want?
There you are.
Here, a haunch of fried meat.
Good. You wouldn't want to see me when I ain't been fed.
Got any proper work for me?
Are you actually good for something, little fish?
Easy to be cocky with that weapon and fancy armor of yours.
Nah, it's all the bodies I buried that make me cocky. 2 of my boys are supposed to be guarding the eastern swamp farm, but Clay's been lazing around the campfire. Go and see him. Make sure he takes over from Phil before Phil rots up there. Simple. I'm not losing another man to this fucking swamp.
Get Clay to take over from Phil. Sounds simple enough.
The farm's over to the east. As it's a simple job, I'll
Probably
assume
'cause they're
you'll get it
bandits.
done.
Well, I mean, he's a nobody and a stranger to Boo. But, yeah. Some of these guys are just looking to get ahead. For sure. Right, henchman. Right, there you are.
What? Shouldn't you be standing guard by the swamp farm?
Piss off.
I don't care what you think of Brogar, but you see, now I am telling you to get out on guard duty.
You are.
That's right.
There's a reason Brogar didn't come himself. Now I'll show you.
All right then, you bastard.
Yes! Hit him! Get in there!
Sake. Ugh. You know,
More gold for
combat
me.
system in this game is a bit ridiculous. I should be able to open my fucking inventory and grab what I need. Where the fuck did that lazy bastard go?
Now,
There.
why don't you fuck off back to Brogar and tell him I'm not standing guard duty?
All right then, you bastard. Yes!
You fucking piece of shit.
Hit him!
Fuck you. I'm too goddamn tired for this horse shit. Not to mention under fucking armored. I mean, seriously, I haven't even seen a fucking place to buy goddamn armor. Not to mention, gold in this game is fucking ridiculously hard to get. I'm not seeing... Oh, there he is. I'm not bothering to say hi to David today, because... Seriously. Wake up, Clay, you piece of shit.
Shouldn't you be standing guard by the swamp farm?
Piss off.
I don't care what you think of Brogar, but you see, now I am telling you to get out on guard duty.
You are.
The fire might keep you warm, but some gold coins will keep you warmer.
See, I was thinking hot, not warm. Add another 10 and we're in business.
10.
What the fuck ever.
Right here's 10.
Pleasure doing business with you. Consider that swamp guarded.
Need some serious fucking levels. I'm only level 2. And I have 0 protection against anything. Yeah.
Craig has a piece of the sword blade that Don wants.
So he says. But that bastard won't part with it cheap if he has got it.
You knew he had a piece of the blade.
Nothing happens in this camp without someone mouthing about it. You didn't pay him, did you?
Does that matter?
Well, they say a fuckwit and his money as soon as parted.
What have you got to trade?
Yeah, see, I'm not seeing any fucking armor here. Not surprising. He's a metal worker after all. Some armor is, yeah. Some armor is made of leather.
What do you want?
Clay's taken over from Phil on guard duty.
Good. Pair of useless arseholes.
You seem to be a man who hears a thing or two. Have you heard anything about a broken sword blade?
What good is a sword in pieces to anyone? Worthless junk. Only one who'd be interested in that is that blacksmith. And you, apparently. What's that about, then?
Do you know where the pieces of the sword blade are?
I know where one piece is. I've got it. Question is, what will you do to get it?
Do you boys do anything other than stand about all day?
They're gaudy. What do you expect? When it comes to standing around all day, these guys are the best. Trained killers, though, the lot of them. And if those creatures from the temples march in here, you'll be damn glad of them. So, show a little respect.
The fighters answer to you, right?
Yeah, most of them owe their lives to me. One way or another, they know not to mess with a big fish.
So you know where they are at all times?
Course. Well, usually. One of them has gone missing. Dorgan was on an errand for me, down in the swamps. The pillock's probably got himself lost, or eaten, or he's chasing wenches again. Never could keep his mind on the task in hand.
I'll look for him.
When I get my hands on him, he's gonna be emptying piss pots for the next month.
So you lead the hunters?
Normally, yeah. As you can see, I've got vital woodcutting work to do. So right now, my hunters are running wild like free spirits. Or they think they are.
Shouldn't you get someone else to cut the wood?
I'd love to, believe me. But Brogar would nail me to a tree if I left this wood unsawn.
And you're his personal woodcutter?
For my sins.
Why does he want you to do it?
I tangled with him, and now I have to pay. We live by Brogar's laws out here.
Brogar's laws? Not the Don's?
The Don wants me to hunt, Brogar wants his fire stoked. You judge who's really in charge.
Why don't you stand up to Brogar?
Him and all his fighters, you mean?
Brogar is a big fish in a small pond.
And those are giant words. So big, I don't think you know what you're saying.
I know some people wouldn't have a problem if he disappeared.
I won't be responsible for what Brogar would do to you.
Let me worry about that.
You should worry. You're serious, aren't you?
What would I have to do to deal with him?
If you work for him, do what he tells you, and listen to everything he says. You'll let things slip. But you do know what you're proposing is dangerous.
About Brogar. Who knows about Brogar and wouldn't mind talking to me?
Talk to Lewis, one of my hunters. He knows a few things, more than you'd think. Start with him, see what he says.
I need some better armor.
You won't find it out here. There's only workers' clothes here.
Well, what about your armor? Where did that come from?
Armor for the hunters and fighters comes from the Don. But you won't get close to that if you're not accepted as one of us.
Right, so I've got to join the Don's gang first. How can I become one of the Don's men?
Firstly, I need to tell you a couple of things. The Don's a powerful man. Well, he was. Since we've been in this swamp, he's hidden in that temple. Hasn't been out for weeks. His wife Rachel's been trying to run the camp. She's the one you need to impress if you want to meet the Don.
Rachel. Right.
Before you charge up to her, you need to be aware of...
Brogar?
You're learning.
About Brogar. How does Rachel feel about it?
She's soft. Brogar bullies her, and she's like that even though the Don's behind her.
All right. Where can I get workers' clothing?
Hawkins is your man. He's one of the Don's lieutenants. He's in charge of the workers.
I could help you.
Helpful sort, aren't you? You better not have landed me in it with Brogar. Then one's trouble is another's ease. Rachel needs this meat, so she'll be happy. Take note, sometimes it's better to take sides than end up in the middle.
temple guard wouldn't let me in.
Do you think he'd invite you in for a beer? He's a guard, remember? You'll have to have something for the Don. A gift, information, something valuable.
What sort of gifts?
Oscar the Smith will tell you. He's helped a lot of people impress the Don. Oscar's good with gold. As I say, the Don rather likes unusual things that glitter.
I heard something about pieces of a sword. A sword decorated with gold.
Oscar's looking for pieces just like that. I also know that Brogar's got one, which you might say is something of an obstacle. I bet Oscar's tried to get it, which means it won't be easy or cheap for you to persuade Brogar to part with it.
True, but I'm sure this sword will get me in to see the Don.
If it glitters, it will catch his eye.
And getting the sword could get me in.
You'll need all the pieces. Then you'd need Oscar to work his magic, if that's even possible. And then you'll need Oscar to be willing to give the sword back to you. It's not an easy thing to do. None of it.
I wonder where the pieces are. If they're all decorated with gold, people won't just give them away.
Well, you know Brogar has one. You might like to check out the workers. They're in the middle of things. They see what gets dug up. And they're likely to keep some things quiet. When a man has nothing, a little is a lot.
Can you teach me about hunting?
I doubt it. I doubt very much that she's reading the
Show me how to get
chat
animals.
on the weekends.
Split the prey from the head toward the back. Then you pull the hide from the body with a jerk. With the right equipment, you can also remove animals' horns or teeth. Many hunters will sell you the necessary tools.
Help me improve my dexterity.
Yes, exactly. You need more gold.
I think I'm gonna leave off here because I'm really fighting to keep my eyes open and just focus on the game. So Monday I'll be playing Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores DLC. Tuesday I'll be playing Hogwarts Legacy Gryffindor Run. Both are at 8:30 a.m. Wednesday I'll be back on this next Friday. Ugh. Anyway. Have a good one. See you next time.